Hello! In this video, I will describe the advantages of deploying and operating vSphere integrated containers on top of BigCloud Fabric. BigCloud Fabric brings simplicity and agility to data center networks through a controller-based, software-defined networking solution. The fabric is based on a leaf-spine architecture with open networking hardware running Switch-Lite operating system. It is purpose-built to optimize virtual machine and container deployments in the data center. BCF integration with VMware simplifies the interactions between network, server, and application developer teams. The solution helps expedite provisioning and troubleshooting of vSphere integrated container workloads. Let's review the major advantages of BigCloud Fabric integration with VMware vSphere specifically for vSphere integrated containers. Fabric automation greatly eliminates complex manual network provisioning for container workloads. Network capacity planning and troubleshooting for VIC is a breeze with real-time workload visibility and historical container VM event analytics. Let's review the steps needed to deploy vSphere integrated containers on top of BigCloud Fabric. First, we enable vCenter integration on VCF, after which ESXi nodes are automatically attached to the fabric. Then we provision port groups on virtual switch corresponding to VIC networks. As soon as that is done, BCF automatically configures the appropriate fabric segments. In step 3, we use VIC machine tool provided by VMware to deploy Virtual Container Host vApp. Virtual Container Host, or VCH, will act as an API endpoint to Docker runtime. Next, we will use Docker Client to create new containers on the VCH. As soon as VCH gets that request, it will use vCenter and VMware Instant Clone technology to spawn lightweight VMs corresponding to containers. In the following demo, we will demonstrate VIC deployment and highlight powerful visibility and troubleshooting options for VIC on VCF. First, let's take a look at BigCloud Fabric. In the Fabric page, we can see a complete view of the physical fabric with connections between leaves and spines. BigCloud Fabric controller that manages and programs the switches enables the fabric to operate as one big switch. Now we can see that vCenter integration is enabled and the fabric is ready to automatically provision networking for VIC. We have previously deployed Virtual Container Host using VIC machine tool. We have specified vSphere cluster, vCenter storage to be used for container images and persistent volumes, as well as internal and external container networks. Note that both vCenter transport and container networks are automatically provisioned on the BigCloud Fabric. Now let's look at our vCenter, VIC, and Docker setups. In vCenter, we can see VCH vApp configured with VIC Engine VM. This Photon OS-based VM maps containers to lightweight vSphere VMs and does NAT translation between internal and external container networks. Looking at Docker Client, we can see information about VCH, which shows aggregate amount of CPU, memory, and storage that VCH vApp can take advantage of on the cluster. Settings on vApp or resource pools can allow VM admin to limit the amount of resources given for containers. Now let's try to provision two BusyBox containers and access their shell. We can check their IP addresses and try to have them ping each other. If we go back to vCenter, we can see that lightweight VMs corresponding to VICs have been deployed. Now let's go to BCF vCenter detailed view for additional visibility on VMware vSphere infrastructure, virtual networking, and VIC workloads. Going to Endpoint table, we can see information on specific VIC VMs, their configuration, and status on the fabric. This information is invaluable when troubleshooting connectivity. Speaking of troubleshooting connectivity, let's go to Test Path view where network admin can verify if two previously provisioned containers can communicate over internal network. We will select each of the containers, select their internal network IP addresses, and attempt to run a test. The test succeeded and we're able to visualize a complete hop-by-hop path between two VICs through BigCloud Fabric. As you can see, VICs were deployed on different hosts connected to different racks. Packet counts at each hop are visible as well for deeper path quality troubleshooting. BigCloud Fabric Analytics aggregates fabric events and virtual infrastructure events in a single pane of glass. Going to VM dashboard, we can zero in on a particular VIC VM and see what has been happening with it. This concludes the demonstration. VSN Labs provide a simple way to experience BigCloud Fabric for VMware. For more information, please visit our website at bigswitch.com or follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching and have a great day.